guys, so today is Nola's third session and we'll be introducing the tarp to her today, but before I do that I want to run through some of the exercises we covered in the last videos to try and get her in the right frame of mind before I introduce something that's scary to her. Let's get started. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub her down here for a minute. You can see she's gotten a lot better with my hands touching her, and I didn't show this in the beginning in my first video because honestly she wasn't even there yet. She wouldn't even allow me to do this. Now I can rub her and pat her a little bit. Just getting her to be less feely with my hands around her. There we go. Good girl. Still not completely comfortable with it, but she's definitely a lot better, a lot more open-minded to the idea. Good girl. I can even get up close to her here. Reach over the other side. Good girl. Move away before she becomes too uncomfortable. Just do some approach and retreat there to build her comfort zone. It's okay. It's okay. Get up next to her again there. Good girl. Okay, step away here. Alright, so we're going to warm her back up here with this flag. And she's had 2 sessions with this flag so far. And you can see she's already gotten a lot better with it compared to the first time we had her out here with it. That's tremendously better. What I like to do with the flag is to introduce it to them before I go to the tarp, because the tarp's pretty big. Pretty scary obstacle, and this really helps them to get acquainted with some sounds, some textures and things like that without having to deal with the whole tarp and whatnot. It's okay, it's okay. They moved me a little too fast there. That's really good. I really like how she's handling this today. Again, this is the first time she's seen this today, so for not having seen it since yesterday, she's really keeping it together well. Good girl. It's very nice. Very nice. Excellent. All right, now I'm going to start to rub this in some places that she's a little less comfortable with, because the tarp is possibly going to make her very nervous and uncomfortable, and we want her to understand how to handle that fear and that she can get away from it if she needs to. I'm just going to put a little pressure on, take it away, put it back somewhere where she's more comfortable with it. Then we'll go back somewhere she's a little more uncomfortable, rub her around a little bit, take it away. So we don't want to give the horse the opportunity to give us the wrong answer. There you go. If you put the flag or the tarp somewhere that he's really uncomfortable with it, and you know he's uncomfortable with it, and you wait too long and your timing's bad, then you're going to give that horse a chance to say no or to get scared or to give you the wrong answer, and you're going to go backwards instead of forward. There we go. So we're going to take it out of her comfort zone and then put it back in. Take it out of her comfort zone. There we go. Put it back in. Very nice. She's retained a lot of this very well. I'm very proud of her. Good girl. Another reason I like to move my horses around before I start desensitizing and before I get into something like this is because then they learn that the desensitizing is somewhat of a reward. It's nice to be able to stop their feet and stand there and get petted on instead of moving around and having to move their feet a lot. There you go. We want them to look at this as a reward, not something they just have to tolerate. She's licking and chewing there. She's really relaxed. There we go. Little flinchy still. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this flag away and get the tarp out. Good girl. All right, guys, so I just pulled this tarp off the wall here, and what I do is immediately walk away from my horses. I like to allow my horses to follow scary objects rather than trying to turn them around, because this is what would happen if I tried to turn around and face her with it immediately. So you don't want that kind of reaction from your horse. Again, that's setting your horse up to give you the wrong answer. So usually when I grab a scary object, especially around a colt, I'll turn around and walk away from the colt and allow him to, in a way, chase that object as it's moving away from him. Good girl. This allows her to get acquainted without feeling too threatened. Excellent. There you go. And as time goes on, I'll bring her a little bit closer to me. I'm gonna just slow my feet down here. Good girl. I'm gonna reach this hand out so we can pet her. It's okay, good girl. I like that she didn't back away from me there. And I'm just gonna continue to walk here. She's very nervous. Good girl. There, she's starting to relax just a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. Now I'm going to start to shake this up and down a little bit. And what I found, I used to try and kind of sneak the tarp up to the horse really quietly. But what I found is that it seems to be more frightening to them if it stays very still like a predator than if you do move it around and allow them to know what it does. There you go. Good girl. Go to the other side over here. Let her see it out of this eye. It's okay. It's a little more than she can handle, so I'm going to slow down and walk away. Good girl. There you go. Excellent. Good job. Shorten my rope up. Pet her nose. Excellent. It's okay. Again, I want to stretch her threshold, but I don't want to break it. I don't want to overdo it. There. Excellent. I'm going to slow down again. I'm going to gather this tarp up kind of in the center here. I'm shorten my rope up. And I'm going to allow her to sniff this tarp here. I'll do this on her time. She's licking and chewing. That's a good sign. She's curious. She's not terribly frightened right now. Excellent. And as soon as she sniffs it, I'm going to walk away. Allow her to sniff it again. Walk away. And I'll just repeat this process as many times as I have to. Maybe 10, and maybe 100, and maybe 200. I'm going to work up to where that horse trusts me and understands I'm not going to throw a scary object at it that she can't handle. It's okay. There, that's already a lot better. There you go, girl. There. Walk her forward again. There you go. Forward again. There you go. Good job. There. Good job. I like to keep it pretty gathered up because when I do go to rub it on the horse, I don't want it dragging across the ground. Often the sound of it dragging across the ground can really frighten them more than anything. There you go. It's okay. There you go. Again, you kind of have to stretch their comfort zone, but you don't want to overdo it and throw too much stimulus at them at once. There you go. Walk away. It's okay. There you go. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Good job. There you go. I'm going to rub it on her nose just there a little bit. There, so she can kind of get a feel for it. There. So I'm just going to go ahead and let her soak on this a little bit. And I'm going to stand here and kind of let her absorb what she's been learning these last few minutes. And you can see she's approaching that tarp on her own and kind of sniffing it. I'm pretty happy with that. That's good. Good girl. She's licking and chewing again. She's really processing what we've been doing these past few minutes. It's very important to give your horses ample time to soak and again absorb what they've learned. Good girl. She's starting to relax a bit more. Now it's important, again, what I try to do is to be sure I work equally on both sides of the horse. It's easy to get into a rut where you're working on just one side and trying to fix that one side. But it's important to be sure that you go back and work on the other side as well. There we go. Good job. Step away here for a minute. There. Let her just rest a moment. Good girl. Good girl. Go ahead and pick that tarp up again. Gently come closer to her. Let her sniff it. Oh, that sounded a little scary. There we go. Step away. Good girl. Bring it back toward her. It feels weird, doesn't it? Feels weird. There you go. Smart girl. There we go. Are we on? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and gather this tarp up here because it seems to be less intimidating like this for her instead of having it dragging on the ground. There we go. Okay. Okay. Gonna make some contact with her withers here. You can see she's pretty afraid. I'm gonna step away now. I made contact. I'm gonna get out of her way. Good girl. It's okay. She's pretty worried. Good job. Make contact and step away. And you want to be pretty confident about this. You don't want to just kind of fling it at them and then jump away yourself. You really want to make contact in a confident way. Here we go. There you go. You want to be confident, but you also want to be smooth. There we go. Good girl. Step away. See, she's pretty worried about this still. There you go. Good girl. Make contact, step away. Atta girl. Contact. There, she's starting to embrace it a little bit now. Good girl. All right. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side now. But first, let's stop. Let her take a moment. There you go, girl. Atta girl. I'm going to drop that tarp down, just pet her a little bit. Allow her to soak in what just happened. There you go. Good girl. Step over here. Get on the side of the horse I was just working on. Pet her down. Let her know everything's okay. Atta girl. There. All right, so we've given her a chance to soak on that a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and gather the tarp up. We're going to go to the other side now. I'm going to adjust my lead rope here. There you go. You don't want your lead rope so short that you're choking that horse up and he can drag you around, but you also don't want it long enough that either you or the horse can get hurt in this situation. Here we go. All right, much better there. Again, I'm going to come up to those withers, make contact, step away. Just a little feely on this side, it's okay. It's a little more than she can handle, so again, I'm going to get her feet slowed back down, raise my hand up, good girl. Step away. Good. There she's licking. There you go. Good girl. It's okay. Good job. That's okay. Approach again. Rub her on the side of the face. Rub her shoulder. Step away. Good girl. Good job. Now notice there when she freaked out and she kind of ran away from me, I didn't try to insist that she accept the tarp right then and there. I let her settle again and then we tried it again. Let her kind of regather and regroup in her mind and then try it again. It's not always necessary to insist that your horse accepts something the moment you introduce it to them. There we go. Good girl. It's more important that they stay mentally relaxed. Again, as I mentioned in one of the other videos, a worried horse cannot learn. There are times a worried horse will shut down and internalize things and end up tolerating them for the time you're trying to show it to him. But if you do not allow that horse to mentally relax, he's not going to retain that information. He's just going to be scared all over again the next day. Step away. Good job. Introduce it. Rub it on the shoulders. Good girl. Step away. Slow down. And every time I turn around, I make sure my movement's pretty slow and collected. I don't want to just spin around and freak her out. That was better. Good girl. So nice. Very good. Step away. There. There you go. Had a girl. It's okay. I'm going to rub her with this. There we go. And I'm going to start to get a little bit more aggressive here with this. There. I'm going to step away. Good job. There you go. It's okay. It's all right. I'm just going to gently keep walking toward her. I'm not going to throw it at her. There. Her feet stopped. I'm going to step away. Gently walk toward her again. Rub it on her shoulder. Good job. Step away. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good job. Alright guys, so that's kind of how I go about introducing my horses to tarps, flags, scary objects like that. I do a lot of approach and retreat, as you can see. And in our next video, we're going to show you guys how I continue on with this process, and I'll be able to rub it all over her back, under her legs, have her walk across the tarp and things like that. But this is a lot for this horse to process. I'm going to let her go soak on it, and we'll start up again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.